All right, guys, it is 3:30 this Thursday, October 2nd, and we are seeing a little bit of a recovery, I had to say. The early morning weakness lasted right into that London close, and since then we have been grinding back up, not necessarily rallying by any means, but yeah, grinding, grinding, grinding. It took out the mean. Last update, I was looking at the potential short opportunity here. It was no rush to get short, but they grinding it. I mean, if you got tried a long trade here, you wouldn't have got very far. It's kind of twisting in the wind, so. I opted not to trade it. I tend to get caught in this and overtrade it, and that's just a recipe for disaster. You try to take it short, you get crushed. You take it long, just twisting in the wind. You may get a little bit out of it, depending on when they ended up getting long. But it looks like the volume died off here after that landing close. Not much going on at all. So I had about two trades on the ES so far this morning. One loser and one scratch, and that was about it. I have not re-engaged it since, so I'm down 23 on these two contracts. Now going into tomorrow, I mean, there's no news coming out, so we don't have that employment situation coming out tomorrow. So I'm just going to assume that we don't get any of the news, the PMI composite or ISM services. So it's going to be like a no news Friday. We'll see what happens. But I think we have a pretty good idea now that if a lower edge to lean against. So the lower edge right now is going to be the 67.45. That's a support area. That was actually the first support area where we were going to shift our bias this morning, if you remember. So below that one, we shifted our bias, and below the 67.30.35, we definitely had confirmation. But they held the 45s, and they've been grinding higher since. So I'm optimistic that we may see them actually challenge the highs next. So. I would be looking to buy weakness, same levels at least to get started. I'm gonna rethink it for tomorrow. Definitely this level 45 is going to be in that for tomorrow, and then we'll see how the overnight shakes out. But right now, starting from the long side, buy weakness down to that 45s. Below 45s, take off the long bias, go back and look for retracement back to 6,700 at that point. So that's the ES to get started. And since we have a government shutdown, no news coming out tomorrow morning. There you have it. Looking at the bonds and the Nasdaq. Bond market kind of quick, range bound, not going on there. I did miss one great trade this morning, that ZA failure, and he had support. I saw that after the fact. I can't believe I missed it, but I don't look at the bonds all the time since I don't trade it that often, but they ran it lower here, like a nice ledge right there. The first two bars, after those two bars, definitely trying to get long against this support area. So right down here at support at 23's, ZA failure and right back up. So that was a great Rita's failure trade. I mean, that's just too bad I missed it. That one I probably would have taken. And if you were sitting there, let me see if I can check that level though. It's at the 23's. So here's the whole trading day. You can see how tight this is. This is like a range bars. And so you could have gotten filled at the 23's. There's an unfinished auction down there. So you could have potentially gotten filled there and had a nice trade going for the day. But you had to be patient, sit in that trade for a while. On the Nasdaq, also a nice move to the upside, and then they had a hard retracement, and now we are grinding this just back up again. I haven't re-engaged it. I had the first couple of trades. I was early on here on a quick long, and then I can show you those. The two trades I took was one quick long here at the lower end of the range, and then I tried a short here against the volume weighted mean. Beautiful trade going there for a while, but they ended up squeezing me out anyway. So. Two trades, I didn't do anything after that. So 44 bucks on the Nasdaq. So net up about maybe 20 bucks for today. But I would start off on the long side, same as the ES. Looking to buy weakness. We have a lower edge now to lean against 25,000. They start trading below that one, take off the long bias, go back a range bound, look for a retracement at that point. Finally, oil and gold. So gold all over the place today. Volatile, if you want action, you trade gold. If you can manage it, that is one of those markets which you can make it a lot of dough, or you can absolutely blow up your account, So they ran it hard to the downside. This morning we said started trading for the long side of the market, look to buy weakness against the 87, 86, 87 and the 80s. And below 80s, we were going to look for that retracement trade. And it developed beautifully, had a nice thing going if you paid attention and if you on the chart, that is. And I didn't. I may have taken a trade there, but it's you had to kind of watch it at the time it's happening, so I totally missed it. And then they ran all the way down here to the 38, 48 to 50s, and then retrace. Now they're back here, reverse retest in that area, 80s again. So I would watch there, potentially short setup. If they trade above it, to go back range bound. So watch that edge carefully, the 38, 80s. The capital flow is definitely on the long side on gold, and these rotations back and forth are more technical in nature. So that's why you have to be really cautious trading them. They move fast and they run people in and out of the market like crazy. On oil, trade up on the short side of the market. They finally took out the 61s. They're down in the 60s, traded from the short side of the market. Let's see how far they can take it. So I would look to sell strength against that ledge at 60, 65, against the could be definitely against that 61.20s, maybe one at 61 as well. We'll see what I do for tomorrow morning. But there you have it. So trade oil from the short side, gold. Look for that short trade. If it trades above it, go back range bound. Otherwise, it could be a nice retracement to the downside from there. All right, so back to the ES, and we got another few minutes to go. Let's see how this market shakes out. So at this point, looks like they kind of run out of gas, taking it higher. So chances are we're going to be staying in the range, but we leave it there, guys. And then I'll see you guys back bright and early in the morning, Friday. Thank God it's Friday. So I'll be doing the update tomorrow, and then I'm gonna step out for a few hours after the morning updates. I need to do some stuff, and then probably be back for the wrap up in the afternoon. Anyway, we'll talk about it in the morning. You have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.